The Lighthouse of Forgotten Tides. English Story Level 3. Far beyond the cliffs of Stormreach stood an ancient lighthouse, its white stones cracked, and its light extinguished for nearly a decade. The sea had grown dangerous without it. Ships drifted off course, fishermen feared the waves, and storms seemed to grow stronger every year. People said the lighthouse had lost its purpose, but a young sailor named Kalen refused to believe that. Kalen had grown up hearing stories about the lighthouse keeper, a mysterious woman named Sira who disappeared long ago. Some said she controlled the tides. Others said she spoke with the ocean. When she vanished, the sea changed, becoming restless and unpredictable. Kalen believed the answers lay inside the abandoned lighthouse. One misty dawn, he climbed the steep cliffs and pushed open the heavy door. The interior was dark, lit only by thin beams of sunlight seeping through cracks. Spirals of dust floated in the air. The winding staircase creaked under his weight as he climbed higher. When he reached the top, he found a dusty lantern hanging from the ceiling, its glass cracked, its metal rusted. But the real surprise was a book resting on a small table. Its pages were filled with Sira's writings. She described how the lighthouse was no ordinary beacon, it was connected to the tides. The lantern, when lit, guided not only ships but also the ocean's mood. If the light dimmed, the waters grew wild. If the light vanished, the tides forgot their rhythm. Kalen felt a shiver of responsibility. He knew he had to relight the lantern, but how? The book mentioned a special flame only obtainable from the heart of the ocean, a flame that burned underwater, glowing bright enough to calm storms. Without hesitation, Kalen set out on a journey across the sea. Using an old fishing boat, he sailed toward the deepest part of the ocean. Days passed, storms battered his boat, waves rose like towering giants. Still he pressed on. One night, when the moon shone silver across the water, a massive whirlpool formed ahead. Instead of fleeing, Kalen steered toward it, trusting the lighthouse keeper's words. The whirlpool swallowed his boat, pulling him into a glowing cavern beneath the sea. There, suspended in the water like a star, floated a small blue flame, silent, steady, and impossibly bright. As Kalen reached for it, the flame drifted into his hand, settling gently on his palm. It did not burn. Instead, it hummed softly, filling him with warmth. Returning to shore was not easy. The sea tested him with sharp winds and rolling waves. But the flame protected him, calming the waters just enough for him to reach land. Exhausted but determined, he climbed the cliffs once more and entered the lighthouse. At the top, he held the blue flame toward the broken lantern. The moment it touched the glass, the lantern mended itself, crack sealing, metal brightening, chain strengthening. With a quiet rush of air, the lighthouse burst to life. A brilliant beam of blue light shot across the sea, illuminating the waves like ribbons of sapphire. The ocean responded instantly. Storms quieted, tides steadied, ships on distant waters straightened their course. The light reached every corner of the sea, restoring the balance long lost. A soft voice echoed behind Kalen. It was Sira, her form shimmering like water. She thanked him for restoring what she could no longer protect. She had become one with the sea, guiding it from within, but she needed someone from the surface to carry her light. Kalen, she said, was chosen by the tides themselves. Before fading, Sira placed a hand on the lantern. Her presence strengthened it, ensuring the light would never fade again. Kalen understood his new role. From that day forward, he became the lighthouse keeper of Stormreach, the guardian of forgotten tides. The lighthouse no longer stood silent. Its blue light pulsed across the waves each night, telling sailors they were safe and reminding the ocean that someone still listened.